Welcome to T4G Sports. Today we're going to go over the Arizona Cardinals 2024 draft. We're going to talk about how good we think they did. And I will say, at first I was like, wait, is it the 2024 draft? Are we in the 2025? What draft are we in right now? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the last couple of years, last maybe 4 years, maybe my entire life went by like that. You're like, whoa, what the hell happened? And you just got done watching an evolution show too, and you were like, wait, I forgot the dinosaurs have been on the planet for 150 million plus years. That's a long ass time. And the last 2 years for me just went by faster than hell. I couldn't even tell you. It was like, wait, 2 years just passed? What happened? Insane. And then you find out too, it rained for 100 million years on our planet. All right. Come on now. And I love history too. So now I'm like obsessed with this, and I'm going to learn as much about it as I possibly can. And I'm going to use these facts in unnecessary situations like this video. Because that's what I do. Anyways, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell. Marvin Harrison Jr. at pick 4. The man's way too loose in the ankles for being as tall as he is. I don't know how he does it. He runs routes like his dad, and his dad could have written the manual on route running. He has like glimpses of Randy Moss in him, Megatron, his dad, and then himself. Like he's so different. If you want to see great workouts on him, go watch him with the jug machine at Ohio State. You'll be amazed. You will be amazed. Marvin Harrison Jr. is very fast. I don't care what his 40-yard dash says. Good luck catching him if he's in open field. The man can haul. Okay, he will go down. He is as safe. I love this about him. He goes down when he gets the ball. He's not going to put his body at risk to keep fighting for yards at times when he doesn't need to. And I love that. I respect that because I'm like, dude, you're way too good to be like doing stupid shit with your body. Just go down, bro. Just go down. The way he positions himself to get to the ball and put his body in the best spot to catch the ball is just phenomenal. His hand strength is great. Vertical leap, speed, route running is just, it's nasty. It's nasty. And out of all the film that I watched of all the wide receivers that I saw, he was the most bracketed wide receiver. So he was covered by a multitude of dudes at almost all times. And against when he had C.J. Stroud at quarterback, they just ran their system, and they would say, we'll throw to you if you're open, right? But with Kyle McCord, it changed. They were like, we got to get Marv the ball. So they did everything they could to get Marv the ball. Everyone knew he was getting the ball. And yet, he was still bracketed like hell, and he's just still performed. So I was more impressed with him getting the stats that he got and the touchdowns that he got than some of the other guys who got more because they weren't bracketed like him. It wasn't the same thing. And so I loved every aspect of his play. The only thing that there was a knock on was that he has a tell when it's a run play. If you guys have the eye for it, you can go look and you'll see. He has a tell. It's like, hey, it's going to be a run play here compared to a pass play. And that pisses me off. Now, that's the only knock I found on him. That was it. It was just he has a horrible tell that you can easily see it's going to be a run play. And that frustrates me. Now, aside from that, when the ball is coming to his side and he has to block, he does very well. He blocked, and there's a particular block that stands out to me at all times, and that is the Notre Dame block where Trey Henderson broke it to the outside because of his block and scored a touchdown, which helped them beat Notre Dame at the end of it all, and it was because of a block by Marvin Harrison Jr. And he even got his ankle rolled up on too, and it looked like it was bad. It was like, nah, this is not going to be good. He came back out, showed toughness, and still blocked again when he needed to. So Marvin Harrison Jr. I think is a great pickup. You can't say enough wrong about him to not pick him up very high. So I think Arizona got a steal here. Now Darius Robinson coming out of Missouri, pick 27. I like this pick. Strong guy, good at swimming, good at bull rush. He is solid in every facet that you can look at. Sneaky speed, too. If he's behind you, run. And he treats everyone equally, whether it's the pass rush or it's the run stop. It doesn't matter. Usually guys are one or the other. He is both. He's going to treat everyone equally and bring you down with force, extreme force. Very strong guy, strong hands as well. Good vision. There's a lot to like about him. I think the one biggest thing is if you could increase his stamina, then he would be very terrifying, because that's really what you see with the big, like Myles Garrett. The guy seems like he can be in the game forever. You're like, Jesus, dude, like you are just a pain in the ass. Aaron Donald, same thing. Nick Bosa, same thing. Joey Bosa, same thing. Like they just seem like they can be in the game for 20 years, and they just will keep giving it their all. And I would like to see that a little bit more with Robinson. Like you could see that he intimidates offensive linemen. They'll still fight him. The really good ones, they'll still fight him, but they act different a little bit when he comes in and he's across from him. They're a little bit more feisty, and they're on guard a little bit more. And the hope is once you provide other D linemen on with him that are NFL standard, then that should definitely free him up a little bit more. That's the idea. If you could work on his stamina, he'd be an absolute beast, in my opinion. So I like the pickup. And then the second round, we got Max Melton. I really think this is a great pickup. I think he's going to be a starter. I do. I think the first 3 picks here, you got starters. Max Melton, don't let this go to your head when I say this, but he has parts of him where he is like Ed Reed. Okay, he has it's like, you know how wherever Ed Reed was, whether it was the punt return, it could be anything. It didn't matter. They just put him on the field because he was just destructive as hell. That's Max Melton. He can block punts like it is going out of style. It is like, and he's so fast at doing it too. He's just so quick, and he's so scary to try and stop on the punt block. It is just, he's terrifying with it. I love that. I love his coverage as well. I love his vision because like there's times where I saw where he would put himself into position to get the ball better than the wide receiver would. And then he'd pick the ball, and he's not looking to just smack the ball down. No, he wants that damn ball because he's taking it to the house. He will pick six that beast, and good luck catching him. He's pretty fast. The other aspect that I love about him is tackling. He's like kind of has a little bit of linebacker to him as well in his mindset, to where if you're throwing a screen on him and you're having a wide receiver block him, you better make sure that guy can block him because he is shifty and he is strong too. So he will break through that. With a lot of guys. Of course, there are guys who can block him, but there's a lot who can't, and he is going to create havoc. Okay, so there's that. And he does not just give you the pad pop. You know, he is going to wrap up, and if he has to make a tackle himself, that's in his mind, he's going to do it. And so I love watching that about him. I think he's going to be a starter, and I like Max Melton at this. Of course, he has things to work on. There's no doubt, but Rutgers plays great talent. You're going to get Rutgers players later in the draft, usually, just because it is Rutgers. But you forget who they play. They play Ohio State every year, Penn State, Michigan. They play NFL talent almost every other week. So they play a lot of it. Even schools like Illinois, you're going to see that they have NFL talent, and they get guys drafted, and those guys go and play in the league, and they start. So there's a reason for that. They have to play very, very tough talent. So Max Melton, I think is a great pick. I really do. I think they got 3 starters so far in the first 2 rounds. And then you got Trey Benson in the 3rd round. That just is ridiculous. He was a top 3 back for me. I think he was going to be a starter in the NFL. Trey Benson, just no matter what team he was going to be on, I think he was going to eventually be a starter. Speed, power, the size, the stamina that he has as well. He can run you over, lower his pads, and crush you down. Or he can juke you and run to the outside and probably outrun a lot of the guys. Stiff arm, very good stiff arm as well. He can catch. There's so much to like about Trey Benson. And to see that they landed him in pick 66 was just like, Jesus. Just good. I mean, Trey Benson's just a solid freaking running back. So I think you landed 4 starters. I'm blown away by this draft. I really am. I think it was a great draft. I really, really, really like this draft. Isaiah Adams, Tip, Elijah Jones, some of these guys, I think that they do the things that they need to do. They can be starters, or they could be good role players. Really, that's what you can see out of them. But Trey Benson, Max Melton, Darius, and Marv, just you did great. You did great. If you're an Arizona Cardinals fan, I think you should be extremely excited. I'm more of a players guy than I am a team guy, but I will be watching Arizona a little bit closer. just because of this draft. I think that it was a great draft, and I think you're getting to a point where if you continue this drafting and you continue bringing guys on that you need to bring on, I think you'll get to a point where you'll know exactly what your weaknesses are, whether it's a coach or maybe a quarterback or something else, and you'll be able to replace that because you'll know that your system's very good. And so I think you're in the process of creating just a very dynamic system of players that could come in and just create havoc. And so I love it. I love the draft. If you're an Arizona fan, let us know what you guys feel down below.